What is going on? Supposed to go. We were supposed to have a class today, one of our one-on-one training sessions, but unfortunately, Justin is looking down the eye of a hurricane that's heading down to his neck of the woods. So we had to postpone. So I thought, hey, I've got a couple extra minutes. I'm going to go ahead and hop on and see what is going on. Obviously the focus here is on pressure washing and pressure washing business or home service industry business because ultimately it's all about the marketing, it's all about the sales. The service, obviously, very important, but without the sales, without the marketing, without the advertising, then you won't have a business. So, if you guys are watching and you have got any questions in regards to the marketing of your business, starting a business, if you've got questions about moving from a side hustle to a main hustle, then this is the place to ask some questions, get some information, and whoops, we'll go from there. So I'll go through some of these questions to see what we have got. Actually, okay. All right. So, if you've got any questions, go ahead, stick them in the chat, and we will get some questions answered. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, do all those things that you're supposed to do on YouTube because it really helps the channel grow. Um, what can you ask? Let me guess. I actually know. Um, yes, I am inbred. And this is actually this is kind of a test because we are I've never done the little, short style video, and we typically will just do the typically we just do regular format, and so it'll be interesting to see what kind of crowd that we and how long are you married for? I've been married for a long time, and I am 48 years young. Not really young, but these are interesting questions, and clearly I can already tell where the viewership is coming from, and it is definitely not our regular audience, which is absolutely great. But if you've got any questions, you've got audio. Hey, I just started my business last week and got set up as an LLC. That is great. Congratulations. Where are you located? And what are you doing, more importantly, to market your new business, to get eyeballs on the business so you can actually get customers? That's the question. If you have more time than money, then the best way to get more customers, get your name out in front of people is to leverage personal relationships, friends and family first. And then, I would open up my phone. I would look at every single contact in my phone and I would text every single person and say, hey, my name is Chief Zone 91, and we are brand new, just started a pressure washing business or whatever business it is that you started. And if you don't need anything done, do you know anybody that could benefit from our services? Please pass my information along to them. That's the best way. And then from there, there are a lot of low budget ways that you can go about, generating eyeballs on your business. The first of which is obviously you need to get a Google business profile and get that thing set up, optimized, so you can start ranking in the search for your business. Can I become a billionaire with pressure washing business? Any case study? I don't think that you can become a billionaire with pressure washing, but you can definitely do really, really well. Trump 2024 for world peace. Absolutely. Let's all tune into the debate tonight. I'm still waiting for Kamala to cancel it, but that's neither here nor there. So let's see. Knee reveal, vote 110. He will show his knees. That's really weird. I don't know why I would show my knees. Huntsville, Alabama. I've started with door hangers, Facebook groups, friends, family, church, land developers. I know that's awesome. Um, you can also focus on anybody that owns a business in Huntsville. I would also look at real estate agents. They are a great source. And, building referral networks is also something that is very good for any kind of home service business. Let's see. I have a question about washing brand new concrete. How do you wash it without risking removing the cream layer? Surface cleaner is a bad idea. Yeah, any pressure to brand new concrete is a bad idea. I would do a very, very light rinse. That's all that you want to do. How do you overcome no's? Overcoming no's is a mindset thing. It is you will face negative feedback, no's, all the time in any business, regardless of what it is that you're selling or service you're providing. There are going to be probably no mores than no, there are going to be no mores. Oh my God, I think I just had a stroke. There will be more no's than yeses, at least initially. And then as you build your business and you start getting more confident, you start getting better at your pitch, then you will start seeing and hearing more yeses, and hopefully those outweigh the no's. Can you run a 2.5? Um, I actually run a 4.440. No, I don't. Yeah, you could run a 2.5, but a 2.5 is not going to be very efficient. It's not going to allow you to be, get things done in a extremely quick manner. You are going to be spending a lot more time on site with that size. And because of that, I would encourage you to, use it, save money, reinvest in the equipment, and then you're going to be a lot more efficient. You're going to be a lot more faster. You will be much more fast. Is that the right way to say it? And you will be more efficient. Let's see. Is it too late to start a pressure washing business in New York this year? You are probably going to be at the tail end of your season, because in New York, you're going to start getting that colder weather. And so, is it too late to start? It's never too late to start. In fact, it's always the best time to start now, because if you procrastinate, you might not ever do it. But, today is a great day to start. And, sure, it's going to slow down, but at least you can build on it during, your off season, and, book that spring schedule up. Let's see. Do tell why it's weird. I don't know what that means. Can the Quote IQ be private labeled for a franchise? Yeah, we can do anything. If you've got questions about Quote IQ, just hit me up, and go to myquoteiq.com, find the support button, click it, and they will get me any kind of message that you guys send in. So we can definitely do that. Can you run a 2.4 gallon per minute pressure washer from a 5.5 gallon per minute 12 volt pump if you have to use your own water? Can you run a 2.0 washer from? Yes, because a 2.5 is not, or a 2.4 will not be gravity fed. So you're force feeding it from some sort of tank with a 12 volt. Yeah, absolutely. You can do it. Okay, I have a job washing a dirty retaining wall, but I don't have a lot of experience using SH. What percentage should I use for heavy mildew grime, and how do you avoid killing the grass below? um, Pre-wet everything. Apply your, house wash mix 1.5 to whatever the maximum is, if it's that mildewy and that nasty, and just water the entire time. It will be diluted by the time it hits the grass, but obviously you want to be very cognizant of everything around so you do not hurt property. You cannot. Can I use my pressure washer without a buffer tank? What are the risks? 2.5. You're just going to direct feed from the customer's water. So as long as they've got adequate water pressure, it's not on a well that could potentially run dry, then your machine should be fine. I'm a 4'10" girl. Can you do this? Yes. You're a 4'10" girl. Even little people can do that. I hit enter prematurely. A lot of people have issues with the premature entering. Let's see. I would love to start this, but I'm wondering if I'm too short. I am 4'10". Why would you possibly let your height come into play, right? All lives matter, right? Black, live, short. white, Chinese, everybody, anybody can do it. Doesn't matter how tall you are. It's funny though, but it is a pretty, it's definitely a labor intensive job. So be prepared for that. UI loves Carly. Okay. What else did we see here? Okay, so we've got a bunch of people on, and I'm curious, how many of you are actually in the pressure washing business, or did this just pop up and you're like, "What is this old dude talking about? And why is he babbling on about shit that I don't care about?" Like that's the question. If that's the question that you have, just say, "Mike, what the fuck are you talking about?" And you're really boring. You're not much to look at, and ultimately that's what I want to hear in the in the thing. Let's see. How many gallons of SH solution are you using for a standard size driveway? Say 1,500 square feet. I don't. You're not using a ton because it's again a very low concentration dilution. What size surface cleaner can I get away with using a 2.5? It's going to be very small. Bought your course. A lot of great information. Well worth it. I appreciate it. I'm assuming that you're talking about how to wash. We also have a bunch of other courses. Right now, this is the prime time if you are in any kind of exterior cleaning service, right? And you're fearful of what's to come this winter when things start slowing down, like the gentleman who just asked about, is it too late to start pressure washing? Well, generating leads for whatever service, that's a full-time job. That's not seasonal, so you can constantly market, you can constantly advertise. But it's coming up on Christmas light season, and Christmas light installation is a phenomenal business to get into. You're looking at about, I think, 45 to 50 days typically of, that's the season. But there are guys that I know that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars in that time frame. Now, that's not just from the get-go. Like they had to build their customer base, they had to learn how to do all of it. And this person had bought How to Wash and they thought there was a lot of value. We also have the Christmas Light Bootcamp, which is unbelievably inexpensive, but it teaches you everything that you need to know in order to hit the ground running ASAP, to generate leads, to install, to understand the equipment, cutting the lights, everything from the initial measurements all the way to how to store it properly for next year. Because each year you're installing for repeat customers, your profits are just continually going up because you've already got the customer. There's no customer acquisition cost. You've already bought the lights, cut the lights, they've paid for the lights. So basically all you're charging for is the labor and maintenance if needed to install again. So it's a phenomenal business. But if you want to, grab that course, you can go. There's a bunch of links in this video, I'm sure, and you can check that out. Let's see. I'm in the business, Midwest Exterior Soft Wash. What is going on? I'm looking part, maybe right, LOL. I'm looking part, maybe right, LOL. Green Frog Web Designs. What's up, man? We do need to get back in contact with you. I apologize. I'm a freelance handyman for the last 6 years. That is awesome, Justin. Be curious what other services you offer along with the handyman services. How do I get beautiful curly hair like you? Well, you have to spend a lot of time growing it, right? I've spent many years growing hair, and I've got a pretty stringent, way I go about. I wash it, and then I put conditioner in it, and then I dry it, and then I put a hat on. Let's see. How do I get beautiful curly? Been thinking about it. Just don't know how to start or where to start. Again, I said the time is now. The How to Wash course will show you absolutely everything that you need to know, from the chemicals and how to mix them, every process from startup to breakdown, what to say to the customers, property protection, your own personal safety. Like we cover absolutely everything. It's almost 8 hours of content that we are continuing. I'm actually adding a couple videos to it here shortly, but it's an unbelievable. It's about the cost of one house wash, right? So you buy it, you use it, you implement it, and you learn from it. Knowledge is power, and it's going to allow you to cut the learning curve. For people like this that say they don't know where to start, this is where you start. And it's unbelievably inexpensive. pwcourse.com. There are links for that down below as well. I just bought a gas-powered pressure washer. I want to make money with it. What attachments do you think I should start with? Yes, you should try to make money with it. A surface cleaner and a long-range tip. soap tip so you can shoot up for it, so you don't have to worry about ladders and a bunch of other bullshit like that. How effective is a 5.5 gallon per minute, 5,000 psi? Wilfred, it is not about the pressure. It is all about the flow. More flow equals more dough, right? The higher the GPM, the better. It allows you to wash faster. It allows you to rinse faster. It allows you to surface clean faster. That is the way to go. I've personally been consuming a lot of your content and other pressure washing channels. Thank you very much. Well, hey, thank you, Rad G. Please answer my question. I think I did. Thank you so much. You have a course available. Yes, it is How to Wash It is at pwcourse.com. There are links in the comment section down below. How much should I prioritize getting insured as a business? I just started washing last week and already have over $3,000 of jobs scheduled. How important is insurance? Well, insurance is very important because if you fuck something up on a customer's property, not only will they probably not pay you, but they could sue you, right? And if you don't have insurance, you could be in for a potential huge loss, and that's not what you want to do. The first form of insurance that you should do, which is very inexpensive to do, is set up an LLC, which is a limited liability company. Limited liability companies, what they do, what the purpose of this is to separate your business from all of your personal assets. And what that does is, should you mess something up and you don't have general liability insurance, then if somebody does sue you, they can only sue you for the assets of the business, not your personal assets. So that's a good thing. If you've got a house, if you've got a car, those are safe if you have an LLC set up. But I also highly recommend that you invest in general liability insurance. And if you choose to move forward and get bigger with your business and start looking at commercial work, then you will definitely need to look at workers' compensation, because that's one of the things that is required by a lot of these bigger companies. Let's see. Have a workhorse of a van, Chevy 2500. Want to place both pressure and soft wash systems within the van. Have you heard of any new tips, tricks to reduce SH fumes within the truck? So that's something that is monumentally important to understand, that when you are putting equipment, not only the SH, but the gas and any other chemicals inside of a closed cab, you could kill yourself, right? And that's probably not what you want to do. And so there are things that you can do. You can put, basically, it's like a plastic retaining wall that seals off in between the cab and the back of the van. I've seen guys do that. Crack your windows. I don't know. We don't use vans, but be careful. How do I set up a phone call with you? You can, I don't really do phone calls like that. We do one-on-one coaching, but it's not free. It's not cheap. It's an 8-week program. It's with Justin Rogers from Forever Self-Employed and myself. And, it's actually quite expensive. And if you're interested in that, I think I did put a comment, like a link down there. So that's that. What else? Ezra, what are you laughing at? Should I start an LLC before doing any jobs? It's, do you have to, do you have to have insurance? Do you have to have an LLC? Do you have to register with your, whatever municipality you're in? Then no, you don't have to. But like, if you just, if something goes wrong, and God forbid it does, you're fucked. So, I would definitely do the things that you need to do in order to be in a legitimate business prior to starting your business. Let's see. You're very funny. Thank you. I was actually at, this is kind of funny. I took the family, or not the entire family. I took my 2 sons and my wife to the Steelers Falcons game. Go Steelers. And they won, which is great. But I'm standing there, and we had phenomenal seats, and we're down on the sideline, and this guy comes up, like, we just walked up, and it's amazing. Like, we're right behind the bench, and these guys are just giants. And this guy turns around and he goes, "Mike?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Man, I watch you on YouTube, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then I left to go get a drink. And apparently he was asking my wife and kids he goes, "Is he really as funny as I think he is? Because he kind of seems funny when I see him on YouTube." And my wife and sons were like, "No, he's not funny at all. He's actually really annoying. He thinks he's funny, but he's just an annoying human." And I thought that was kind of mean, but maybe it's true. Let's see. What do you use for your proportioning manifolds? Where can I order some? Building a soft wash trailer. Jordan, we actually just got, let me see. these guys, I don't know if you can see this, Soft Wash Depot. They just sent over and I say they sent over, I just bought a Easy Blend manifold from them. And it's getting installed on a trailer that we're shipping off to one of my buddies who has outgrown his current setup. And he needs to get something bigger. And I had a trailer just sitting around that wasn't being used, so we got it up and running, but I had to buy a bunch of stuff. And these guys were awesome. They are, you can find them online, Soft Wash Depot, but they're available everywhere. You can find them on Amazon, whatever, lots of places to get them. Let's see. I've been in the trades for about 25 years. I do a lot of flooring, drywall, kitchen, remodeling, landscaping, some masonry, but also always trying to expand. Yes. And that's one of the very intelligent thing to do is and we talked about insurance, right? In order to ensure that your business doesn't suck, you need to diversify, right? So diversify your lead flow, right? So you get more customers coming in. You need to diversify your service offering. So if you're, just offering one or two things, you should definitely be offering more. And like Justin, who, has been doing this for a long time, and he's doing a bunch of different services. So you got to offer different services, constantly be on the lookout for high ticket services in niche, sectors that you can capitalize on, because probably not a lot of people are, advertising for some of these niche services. And when you are the only one that's out there, it makes it a lot easier for you to get the eyeballs on your business. So there's that. Do you guys have a down deposit option for Quote IQ? Yeah, if you create an estimate, you can, on the estimate form, you can require a deposit, and then you send them the estimate. They have to pay the deposit, accept the estimate, and then you can move forward with that. Hey, and if you have any questions about Quote IQ, I don't know if you've gotten on with our support team yet to do like a walkthrough or an onboarding call. I would highly suggest you do that. You can go in the app, go to support. There's a little button that says schedule an onboarding call, but get on there. We've got a great team. They can walk you through everything. So if you haven't done that yet, do that, because there's probably a lot of stuff in there that you don't know about that could really benefit your business, like the review multiplier. The review multiplier is absolutely free. And basically what it does is when you have a invoice that's sent, the invoice is paid, the customer is automatically redirected to your Google review page. So it's just a seamless thing. They go from getting the invoice to opening the invoice to paying the invoice, and then it automatically takes them to your review, just like it's part of the process. And we have seen such an uptick in the number of reviews that we get, and a lot of our users are getting. It's a no-brainer, and it's free. So if you are in any kind of home service business and you are looking for a CRM or some sort of, business software to help manage and run your business, then definitely check out Quote IQ at myquoteiq.com. It's on the Apple Store. It's on the Google Play Store. But with all that being said, you can try it for $1 for your first month. Any of the tiers, everything is available. So you can kind of give it a test drive for yourself and see if it works best for your business. But a lot of free options there too. If you decide you don't want to pay, we've got the free option. So you can use that as well. Hey, Mike, what would be the most efficient way to move my machinery if I don't own a truck? There's some of us with the same problem. Yeah, I know a bunch of people who are able to run, small businesses out of even like Honda Accords. And it's not the most efficient way to do things, but if that's the only way that you can do it, then just do it. I've also seen people put like trailer hitches on the back of Ford Tauruses or, Camrys. And there are like those things at Harbor Freight, they like plug into the trailer hitch, and it's like a platform. Might be something to think about. A lot cheaper than a truck. But again, you make do with what you have, start where you're at, and then grow from there. Continually save and reinvest in your business. Could you elaborate on the flow a little bit more? Well, yeah, when I say flow, I'm just talking about gallons per minute. And the higher the GPM, the higher the gallons per minute, the more flow you have. And so that's why I say it's not always about the pressure, because 90% of the time we're not concerned about how much pressure we're applying. In fact, we want to apply as little pressure as possible to avoid and mitigate potential damage to our customer's property. So the flow is much more important. Can you run multiple pressure washers out of one buffer tank? Yes, you can. Can you run a buffer tank with 2 bypasses? I don't know what you mean by bypasses. So how big of a tank should I get for 2 GPM? What GPM? Like, in my opinion, we have 225 gallon tanks for both water and chemical. And then we've got a surfactant tank, which I believe is about 50 on one trailer. And then I think we've got like a 325 gallon water tank and like a 225 on one. And then on the third trailer, they're both 225s like the first trailer, I think. But yes, you can run multiple pressure washers from one buffer tank. And obviously, when you're running 2 high GPM machines, you're going to need to be filling the entire time. And you also may run it out of water, just depending on what you're doing. If you're surface cleaning, then the likelihood of running out of water is significantly higher than if you were just soft washing a house. Let's see. Laughing at the curly hair. So glad for the explanation of the shampoo and the conditioner. Thank you, Ezra. I appreciate it. What's up, Mike? Just finished a $1,600 day. What's up, Tyler? I love to hear that, man. Tyler is an all-star. Tyler is one of the guys that actually, he's in the inner circle, which is great, but he is also somebody that is constantly bettering himself, evolving as a business owner, continually educating himself, getting better, and it pays off, right? $1,600 day. That ain't too shabby. So congratulations. You are phenomenal, AJ Style. I don't know what any of that means. And it might be because I'm a gentleman of age, and gentlemen of age aren't up to date on all of the, lingo that's out there right now. So if you would like to tell me what that is, or maybe you're just a terrible speller, I don't know. But whatever the case is, thanks. What is your marketing strategy? I've tried a couple different things, including yard signs, did a news interview, just started Facebook ads, and have the right setup to take. Have I set the right setup to take on any kind of job? Okay, understood. Marketing is a multi-pronged approach. You have to diversify your marketing. You need to be doing all kinds of things, and you need to be doing it every single day. GMB, Facebook, Nextdoor, right? You need to be very active in local groups. These are all things that are going to get you in front of more people. We've actually got something. If you go to qiqads.com, qiqads.com, we have a free training that talks about videos, right? Video, in my opinion, video ads are the best way to grab the attention of customers, especially on platforms like Facebook, where it's interruption marketing, right? And so we've got an entire course. They're not a course, a free training where you can watch this entire video. Justin kind of breaks down, walks through exactly what he does as far as his videos. And if you don't feel like recording, editing, adding sound, doing voiceovers, adding captions, doing all the things that really make a good ad, then we also have QIQ ads, which you can, take a look at. We've got every single service industry that there is, from Christmas lights to roofing to, like roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, mobile detailing, dryer vent cleaning. What else? I mean, there are so many, pool cleaning, lawn care, phenomenal ads, high quality, great voiceovers that really do a great job. So, but it sounds like you're doing a lot of the right things. And the news interview, that's cool. That's not marketing. That's just, something that you did. Unless you're going to take the interview, you're going to chop it up, you're going to use it on, your social medias, put it on your website, promote it, send it in emails to customers. Great ways to do that. I just upgraded to the Ultimate on QuoteIQ. Can I pay extra to have a support person set it up for me? Absolutely. Pittsburgh in the house, go Steelers. And just hit us up on support, and we can definitely help you take care of that. You're welcome, JP. Not pressure washing related, but we've been using your advice and tips for our dog grooming business, and it's been awesome. So much, in fact, that our rivals have been starting. I'm losing it. Rivals have been starting to copy us. Well, dude, I absolutely love that. That is phenomenal. And we're actually seeing a trend in this as well with QuoteIQ. Our rivals, our main competition, is constantly copying us. And it's absolutely pathetic because they're terrible at it. And if you're watching, you're going to do terrible. Watch the co-founder or the founder of Jobber, whoever that is, right? It's definitely not anybody that's ever done anything in the home service industry. He's going to go live and he's going to try to be funny and charming and handsome, but he won't be able to. I'm just kidding. Gotcha, Micah. I hear you. 4 gallon per minute. Yeah, get a buffer tank. Just make sure you're going to fill it up all the time while you're working. What's up, Moses? How are you, brother? Will you do these style videos more often? I just started and constantly have questions, and so it's good to bounce ideas off of you. Absolutely, Micah. And also, if you're interested, we have one-on-one coaching. It's probably not in the budget right now if you're just starting out, but we do have a ton of resources available at pwcourse.com. And Justin and I, we go live every single Friday afternoon, so you can always catch us there. So, subscribe to the channel, like it, turn on notifications, whatever you guys do for that stuff, so you get notified when we do go live. Because I don't ever this is just a whim. I very rarely do this, but I just wanted to test out a couple things. So that's that. Yeah. So if you guys have got any other questions, I think I've been pretty good at answering most of them. But if anybody has any other questions, please let me know. If not, I am going to bounce because I'm actually editing a video that I'm going to put out today that is going to be pretty good. But thus far, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do so. I offer a ton of value for free. And if you go through any of our lives, there is tons of information. You can search the channel and get tons of great information to help your business grow. Right? It's what I love and what I am passionate about is the marketing, right? The marketing side, the sales side, the lead generation. And then from there, right, the work is the work, right? But then it's how do we retain these customers? How do we continually generate new leads, but then how do we nurture those leads throughout our entire process so we increase the lifetime value of each individual customer, whether that's by upselling, cross-selling, but more importantly, staying in front of them until the next time they need our service. And, one of the things that we've done within Quote IQ, obviously, is the email automation sequences where, if you are interested, you can get, the premium version, which has got, I think premium or platinum has got the email automation. And then you can actually download my exact email sequences and just plug them right in. Like it's a plug and play. You push a button and it puts them in your CRM. So that's great. What do you think about starting with a partner in pressure washing? I would I would probably suggest not having a partner in a pressure washing business, right? And the reason why is why? If it's a capital thing, if it's a funding thing, hold off, save up, and then invest. If it's, you suck at marketing, but you're good at sales, or you suck at sales and you're good at marketing, or you're the guy that's going to be doing the work and the other person is going to be handling the business side, then maybe there's something to it. But at least initially, if you don't have any customers, that's going to be a tough way to go. I would personally say that I would go solo, right? I've never had a partner in any of my home service businesses. And, everything has always been self-funded. I have, if it was needed, then I bootstrapped, right? But I don't think partners are great because, I've got one partner, and that is in Quote IQ. That's Justin. We work phenomenally together. But the thing about it is the key word is we both work. And when we work, what's up? Yeah, I'm live. When we work, my son just came home from school and he's showing me something that he bought. But when you have a partner and that partner actually works and is like part of the team and contributes, that's great. But imagine if you had a partner that didn't do shit, just sat there and collected a paycheck every single week or every single month, right? That becomes an issue, right? And when someone doesn't contribute, should they continue to be a partner? Should they continue to, get their cut of the businesses, the revenue, whatever however you're paying. So, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of partners for the most part. Let's see. Thank you, Micah. Moses, thank you. Water, Wisconsin says water. Hey, Water. Hey, Mike, it's been a while. How's it going? What's up, Leatherman? It is good. We appreciate it. Um, Big Riz says, dang kids. And that's absolutely right. Dang kids. He said, I've got four 15, 17, 19, and 21. Damn, we are almost exactly the same. I have got, except mine is 13, 17, 20, and 22. So we're right there together, man. And yeah, four kids is a lot. And that's why you have to diversify your marketing. That's why you have to do a bunch of different things because churns are expensive, right? All right. So let's see. Oh, Jesus, man. That's terrible. The three youngest ones are girls. Yeah, I've got boy, girl, which is absolutely, it makes it a lot easier because, there are challenges with all of them, but yeah. So that's why no partners. I need all the money. Absolutely. I've got 6 months of unpaid time off I've got 6 months of unpaid time off from my company. Wow. So does that okay, so your soft washing business is, I'm assuming, side business, and you've now got 6 months of unpaid time off. That's terrible, man. What's the main gig? But we say that's terrible, but this could be the motivation that you need to really kind of, focus on Leatherman Soft Wash, focus on growing the business, focus on making this the main focus. That this is the video that I'm editing right now that I should hopefully have out tonight, but it's turning your side hustle into your main hustle and the things and the steps that we need to take in order to make that happen. And this is, oh man, I'm sorry if it's medical, that's terrible. It's even worse that it's unpaid. So check out that video tonight. Do you prefer door hangers or mailers? We actually do zero door hangers. We do tons of mailers. I use a company called Postcard Mania. I will put a link in the description. They are phenomenal. They handle absolutely everything from the design to the mailing. They can also basically just pinpoint target who your customer base is based on location, zip code, neighborhood, income, occupation, all of these things, which makes it absolutely phenomenal because, we all know who our ideal customer is. And if we can target those people, that saves us a lot of money. We're not wasting money on people that will never be our customers, right? Poor people, we don't market to. I'm not going to send anything to people that are poor. If you're poor, I'm sorry, you're not going to get anything from me. Let's see. Thanks, Mike, for the one-on-one training. Oh, Josh, what's up, brother? Okay, this kid did one-on-one, and I need to text you back. I didn't yesterday, Josh, and I apologize. This guy came to us, Justin and I. We did a two-part deal with him, and he was like a sponge. And I was actually, we got off the phone with you yesterday, Josh, and I told Justin, I was like, this kid is going to go somewhere because of just the initial like gut feeling I had, the questions that he asked, the fact that he is willing to invest in himself and in his business. And basically you're paying down, the debt that you have of not knowing, right? And when you're able to, shortcut that learning curve by surrounding yourself with people that have been there, have done that, are where you want to be, then like, why would you not do that? And so Josh is, he's already started to crush, and it was just after a couple calls. So you're welcome. Twas the main gig. I had something called myocarditis, and my trauma levels were 111x. Out of a heart attack. I'm going to be coming back strong though. Okay, I don't know what any of that means, and those are big words, but good luck to you. Get better. And modern medicine is absolutely phenomenal. I died twice. I was in a coma for a month, and I was on every piece of, life support. I was on a ECMO machine, and I was on an Impella machine. So basically, my heart and my lungs were being, they were functioning outside of my body with machines. I was on a feeding tube. I was on dialysis. Like every organ in my body shut down. I had bilateral walking pneumonia, body shut down, and here I am, right? Flatline twice. Life is good, but that was very expensive, and it was terrible. It was a terrible. Well, I was asleep, so I don't remember, but it was terrible for everybody else. And then all kind, anyway. good doctors. Hopefully everything gets better. Let's see. Yeah, 113K, dude. You got off light. I was like 4 times that, 5 times that. Let's see. Postcard Mania is good. They are out of Florida. Do a phenomenal job. I'll put a link. We've got a deal with those guys, and if you use, if you tell them that you heard it from Quote IQ or Mike V, whatever, they will give you. I think they're going to give you like 1,000 free postcards with your first order. So that's pretty cool. Hey, Mike, currently starting my business in California, and I have a concern. I don't have 4 years of experience for a D38 form and can't charge more than $500 a job. Should I ignore needing one? Okay, I am not a lawyer and I cannot give you legal advice, but fuck California, a bunch of liberal fucks out there trying to ruin the entire world. Jesus Christ. But enough of that. Let's watch the debate tonight. Is Trump going to win? Tell me yes or no in the comment section. Anyway, yeah, that whole D38 form is something that's absolutely insane. Why would you possibly need 4 years of experience or like to pressure wash? No. I know a lot of guys that just say that's complete BS and you don't really need it. It should be the BS 38 form. So that's my personal advice, but don't take it because I've got no legal background or knowledge to tell you yes or no. Let's see. For some reason, I've had way better return on investment on door hangers. Well, maybe you've got phenomenal door hangers and you're targeting the right areas. Heart no happy. No. Door hangers definitely work. I think in Mike V's situation for him, it's easier to write the check to cover bigger areas at a faster pace. Absolutely. And that's something that I have to remind myself all the time. I've been doing this for like 2 decades. So I've got obviously a decent sized business. And when you're able to invest more in your marketing, you're able to see a bigger return and a faster return than, if you're doing, people will say, well, I passed out 1,000 flyers and I didn't get a return, or I knocked on 100 doors and everybody said no. Well, in this game, it's all about consistency. And in order to be, to grow and to scale, you have to do it over and over. 1,000 flyers is good. 10,000 is better. 100,000 is even better. And I'm not talking all at once, but like it takes time. And there is a method to the madness as far as the marketing and the advertising goes. And if you guys want more information on that, we've got tons of resources at pwcourse.com. And of course you can try, see if the one-on-one training is something that's of value to you. Let's see. Yeah, I remember you telling this a few times. You're still kicking. I am still kicking. Door hangers are great for the 5 rounds. Yeah, 5 rounds, absolutely key. Do you have OnlyFans? I do. No, I don't. Nobody would want to see anything that I would want to show. But it was terrible for everyone else. It was terrible for everyone else. Let's see. D3 is extremely stupid. How are you supposed to get 4 years of experience if you can't charge more than 500? You can't survive for 4 years. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Trump will bloody up cackling Kamala. George, my man, what's up, brother? Yeah, he is going to just put a whooping on her, I think. I still am waiting for the announcement to come out that she's got COVID and she can't be there because she wanted nothing. Best pressure washer to start out with. I don't get hung up on brand names or anything like that. My focus is on the GPM. The higher the GPM, the better. Get as much as you can afford, right? And if you can hold off and wait and save a little bit and get a better machine, it's going to keep you from having to buy another machine, because I promise you, if you've got a small machine, you're going to want a bigger machine a lot sooner than later. It looks like I have time when I can bootstrap. If I'm booked, time is my issue. So you're spending. Yeah, exactly right. So I have been on for about 45 minutes and I got a bunch of shit that I need to do. Hey, Mike, what's the running cost on your P4 and like the maintenance and service? And would you think the daily run cost is? I don't know what a P4 is. We don't have a P4. We've got an AR45 as our soft wash. I think P4, I think that's what Joe Deary runs, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the cost of running these machines is absolutely nothing in comparison to the profit margins that you should be making if you're charging accordingly, right? Understanding your value and charging for what you're doing is one of the most critical things in your business. And it's something that I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding. And I think a lot of people also have a hard time charging what they need to charge because they don't think what they're doing is of value to their customers. These people are calling you and they're paying you because they don't want to do it, right? And so if they don't want to do it, that means they're willing to trade their money for your time and your experience, and you should be well compensated for that. Just my 2 cents. Let's see. Oh, I answered that one. I sent out 2,000 flyers with the USPS to the higher income neighborhoods and got maybe one or two leads. I then sent an employee out to hang 250 door hangers with which 5x the investment, maybe a fluke. Hey, take that fluke all day long. Replicate that and see what happens, right? Get another 250 door hangers, send that same employee out and canvas the same area. Because, with any kind of marketing, especially mailings, people will see it the first time, they throw it away. They see it the second time, they throw it away. See it the third time. Wow, this is annoying. Throw it away. Fourth time, hey, maybe it is time that I, start thinking about pressure washing. My wife's been nagging me, whatever the case is. Then you put it on the desk. So maybe it sits there for a couple months. Then she starts nagging again. And guess what happens? Dude grabs it, says, "Oh, I'm going to call Mike." And then we get the call. So, again, it's all about repetition and consistency. So 250 more door hangers, same area, replicate it and see if it's a fluke or if it's not. P40 comment. Yeah, we've got the AR45s. Same thing. X6. That is what it is. Hello. How many active users do you have on Quote IQ? Thank you. A lot. Why? Big Riz. What's the difference in the copy from the DH versus the mailer? Nothing is really different, right? It's about size and space more than anything. But on all of your marketing, there are several key components that you need to follow, whether it's a video ad, whether it's a Facebook post or a Google ad, right? There is a formula that you follow. And I've made lots of videos about this, so I won't go into it here. But that is, the message doesn't change. Maybe the look and the layout does, but your key components, they never change. Mike V, what method of marketing has given you the best return in this season? Well, again, my business is different than probably most. We've been in business for a very long time, and our main way that we get business is return customers, right? Repeat business. And that's because of the age of my business. We like I said, 20 plus years. So, and we've got very, very stout customer retention and, email nurturing in place after every single customer we have an interaction with. So we're consistently and continually staying in front of these people so we do not lose them. That's why that's one of our main sources of business. Google is the other one. Google, but again, that goes back to the age of my website. Like our SEO is phenomenal. And the age of the website has a lot to do with it. We rank very, very high on Google. We've got a ton of reviews, and all of these things come into play when it comes to when people search, they find us first, they call us first. And I've got systems and stuff in place to where we answer right then, right? If you're getting phone calls and they're going to voicemail and you're calling them back hours later, you're going to lose those jobs. At least a high percentage of those jobs you're going to lose. And so I have built my business around the fact that nobody is going to get back faster than I am. I've got InstaQuote on my website. So if a customer goes there and they want to quote, they can quote any service, get a price on my website. And then they can schedule on the website based on our calendar availability. So I'm going to beat everybody that doesn't do this. I've got an answering team and I've got a virtual call team as well. And so because of that, we don't miss phone calls. We do not miss phone calls. Every customer that calls is going to get answered. And because of that, we're going to close more deals than the people that is going to voicemail that has to call back when they get off the roof or when they finish the job, or they feel like they have to go and give quotes, in person. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose a substantial amount of business because people like me are going to quote faster. We're going to quote quicker, and we're going to get them on the schedule before you even get the call or the chance to go out and give them an estimate, right? I don't do any quoting in person besides commercial. Every residential job is done online, right? I use Quote IQ. I use a map measure tool. I use the Street View. We measure it out. We get over an estimate within a matter of seconds, and boom, we fill up the schedule. So those are the things that we do. Um, it's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We get rich. Absolutely. There was no difference. Google for me, awesome, George. The design and content was the same in both versions. Great. Do you work a lot to optimize the organic leads to the website, or was it mostly Google Business Profile? I think I just talked on that, the age of my website. But yes, I spend a tremendous amount of time on the SEO of our website, backlinks, all of the important things, blog posts, all of the things that drive traffic. And Google sends out their little bots all over the interweb, and when they do that, you need your shit on point, because basically Google is a business, and the people that are searching for stuff are their customers, and Google wants to give them the absolute best product, right? And what's that product? Search results. So they're going to serve up to the people that are searching the best search results. And those best search results are what you put into your website, what you put into your Google Business Profile, what you put in to your blogs and everything else that are the key indicators of how much work and effort you're putting in, and the value that all of your online footprint is providing to Google's customers. And that's why some people rank higher than others. So something to think about. Let's see. I have some hoods here in Central Florida. That works the same. Do you work? Let's see. Where are you guys located? We are in Georgia. It's the personal touch. We took the time to leave it on the door, produce more. Yeah. You should do a video doing a mock call with how your team handles converting difficult, uncertain clients. Yeah. Those are high level tactics that, we implore, and not something that I'm going to make a video and just put out there, because, there are some things that I kind of like to play close to the vest, but all of these things are unveiled, kind of revealed in our one-on-one training. It's an 8-week program. And, one of the things that we do is we do a deep dive I record every single commercial call that I go on. So when I'm going to give in-person quotes to these commercial jobs, these are, anywhere from 15 to 30 to 40, 60, $80,000 jobs, quotes, because I don't get all the jobs. But I record every single interaction. And in our 8-week training, I break down not just me, but Justin and I break down the questions that I ask, the approach that I take, all to get to where we need to be. And there is a science to it. And the reason that I record is because I continually get better, and I don't get better just by, winging it, right? I watch, I listen, I tweak, I improve, and then I implement. And over the course of, the last 20 years of my life, I've always been in sales. And so, I've kind of refined my process, and, we can look at 3 different calls to 3 different, commercial properties, and it's essentially a script. It's the same things. It's the same approach, the same, the way that I present myself, the questions that I ask, how I guide the person that I'm with down the road that I want them to go on, but they don't know that that's happening. So it's pretty good stuff. But if you want one-on-one training, then check it out. Let's see. Yeah, having a hell of a time getting my GMB profile not suspended. A lot of people are having issues with that. Just appeal it, and typically if you appeal it, because it's I think it's pretty much all AI that's doing the rejecting. There's very few human eyes that are doing that, and I think that's what's happening. And then as soon as a real set of human eyes looks, they're like, oh, we fucked up, and they turn it back on. So just appeal it. What are your thoughts on door knocking to get jobs? Door knocking is great if you're first starting out. I don't think it's a viable long-term solution. Definitely not. But it is a good way to get out there, and you're going to hear a lot of no's. You're going to hear a lot of objections, and all of those things. Much like I was just talking about recording, you can learn from these no's. You can learn from these interactions, and you can get better. And that's the key. And again, it's not 5 or 6 doors. It's 100, 200, 300 doors. And then you're going to start seeing results. Will expect me in 6 to 8 months to be there. I can't wait. Hey, what's up, Mike? I'll be starting my company next spring. I am ordering flyers, street signs. First time doing this. LOL. Well, best of luck to you. And you say you're starting your company next spring. start everything else right now. Get your Google business profile set up now. Start posting in Facebook groups now. Like these, get your company out there now. Start making connections with local businesses now. Okay, that's what you do now. I've used Quote IQ for the entirety of my company, and I'm very happy and thankful for the product. Also, have you guys thought about implementing multiple story or heights to give a more precise price? Yes, we have, and there are lots of things that we do, but we have to do the things that have the most impact on the most users first. And so, we're continually refining. In with InstaQuote, there is the pricing matrix, which allows us to really fine tune exactly, what the customer is quoting themselves on. And so you can ask a series of questions like how many stories, and then there are upsells, or not upsells, but up charges, down charges. I've never downcharged anything, but it's in there should somebody want to do that for some crazy reason. But in the future, there will be a way to do that. Also, like the pitch on the roof, or, things like that. Those are all things that will be helpful. But I'm a firm believer in kind of a more organic approach to quoting. Yes, you can quote by the square foot, and that is a very, sound way to do it if you understand your numbers, if you understand what you need to be charging, what all these things come into play. You hear me talk about it all the time. But that's why we put Street View in there as well, because you might measure something and then you look at it and you're like, that's going to take longer. It's stucco. There's this. I see a wood front door that I'm going to have to cover. All of these things are things that you need to take into consideration when you're giving your pricing. And so that's why we also have the ability within Quote IQ to give a flat rate price. Let's see. The problem with the door knocking is that it relies on the talent of your employees. Absolutely right. And you can teach people how to sell, right? But you can teach people what to say. Sales may be an innate thing, but you can learn how to sell. And so if you can train somebody, if you've got, standard operating procedures like protocols, scripts, then you can teach somebody. And then when you're able to teach somebody, you're able to scale, you're able to grow, you're able to get bigger because you're not the only one that's out there doing it. Above everything else, you need to focus on the image, making the experience working with you as best as you can. And that's what's going to set you. Yep, absolutely. How much should I pay for Google Ads? Great question, and something that I can't answer because I don't know where you're at. And, there are agencies that run Google Ads, and there are agencies that run Google Ads and fuck over people that are paying them to run their ads. Because in a lot of scenarios, like if you're, say, in a major metro, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Charlotte, if you're in Los Angeles, and you're a relatively small company, you could spend, like, say, $1,000 a week on Google Ads, and your shit isn't going to get shown to anybody because there's somebody that's been in business for 20 years and is spending $5,000 on Google Ads every week. And guess whose ads are going to get placed above yours? The $5,000, because Google is a business and they're going to put more eyeballs on the people that are paying them the most. So it's something to take into consideration. So I don't know how much I don't know what your situation is. But no, Leatherman says what your budget allows. And to some degree, yes, but if you're not getting, Google will take your money. That's the thing. Google is going to take your money regardless if somebody else is outspending you 10x. They will take your money and they will spend your money, but you're not going to get the eyeballs that you should. So if you're in like a little small town and you spend $1,000 a week, you're going to own that market, and you're going to, you're probably outspending everybody else if they're even spending money on Google Ads. So there is a science to running Google Ads, and that's why there are agencies that specifically run Google Ads. Let's see. Thanks, guys. I always watch you guys to get the best info as possible. Thanks for you, and God bless. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that and glad that you get value out of it. For some reason, I'm having a hard time putting the appeal in. I can't help you there. I'm sure that there's some videos on YouTube that will be able to point you in a more directed way than I can, because I don't want to give you bad information. Every time I knock, I only get about 1 to 2 jobs every time I do it. Yeah. Again, it's a repetition thing. I appreciate your answering all these questions. It's great to have someone like you as a guide and mentor. I began my company last year and we hit 6 figures this year. You definitely had an impact. Well, and you're only 20 years old. That's phenomenal. And I think that's great. Where is Wentzville? Is that like Arkansas? But okay, so I've been on an hour. I'll do 5 more minutes of questions. If anybody's got any questions, leave them right now, and we will get them answered, and then I can edit this shit up. I got to go get my daughter. She got volleyball. They kicked ass last night. Had a game. She's a libero. If you're not familiar with volleyball, it's actually a very fun sport. And Missouri. Okay. Well, yeah, she kicked ass, and she got practice tonight. Okay. So I am going to bounce. Daryl, work on location pitch and keep doing it. Everyone here has had our fair share of knocking all day to no, yeah, exactly right. And there is a formula for door knocking as well. There are a bunch of guys on YouTube that have got shticky stuff that they do, and yeah, it's cute for views on TikTok, but in the real world, that shit probably doesn't work. And not everybody is. Not all door knockers are driving around in Lamborghinis. In fact, it's just funny. Most profitable service that I offer, as far as our exterior cleaning business, roof cleaning is. Yeah, door to door is an art. The guy in the red shirt, I don't know who that is. I don't really watch. I don't consume a lot of social media shit, simply because like my focus is not there. My focus is on growing the things that matter to me, and that is not something that's going to benefit me. Right? There are people on social media, Alex Hormozy, guys like that I watch. Everything they put out, because there is value I can learn, and it's huge. So, but no, I don't watch other guys. Let's see. Any experience on cleaning boat dock slips? Yeah, no, we've done some. Obviously, we're on the coast, and there are tons of docks. There are tons of, we don't, not boat slips, but that's one of the things. It's like, if I was brand new and I was hurting for business, that might be a niche that I was looking to, that, I would kind of focus in on. There are a lot of things that go into play that some people may be worried about, like OSHA, EPA regulations, what it takes to clean something next to a waterway without having a negative impact on the environment. And the reason that I mentioned that is exactly why I said, if I was new and trying to, generate business, there are more things that I would be willing to do and more services we'd be willing to offer. But now we have really good lead flow, and so we don't have to do the things that we don't want to do, and we're able to charge what we want to charge for the services that we want to provide, which is a great place to be. And that comes with time, that comes with experience, it comes with knowledge, and it's a good place to be. Let's see. Oh, Madison Vidan. Hello, princess. How are you? And how did you possibly find this? Mike V isn't trying to learn how to knock doors. No, I am not trying to knock doors. How many outlets have you all blown? I don't know. We've blown a few. But typically when something like that happens, at this point, I just say, hire an electrician, have them come out, and I'll either take it off the invoice or I'll pay you to have that done. But we do a very thorough pre-inspection walkthrough. All of my guys do a phenomenal job bagging and taping anything that needs to be bagged or taped. And it's not everything, right? We're not going to spend a bunch of extra time doing that for no reason, right? If an outside electrical outlet has got a good cover and the seal is sound, then we're not going to tape it. We're not going to bag it, because that's a time suck, and time is money. And we need we want to be profitable as much as we can when we're on site. And so, there's that. But yeah, no, we blow shit. We broken stuff. It is what it is. If you're in business long enough, there are going to be things that happen that are not necessarily, out of your control, maybe. And you just have to, man up and pay up. Let's go. Thanks again, Mike. Guys like you make our country great, giving this kind of information to improve someone's life. Well, I appreciate that. And God bless America. I just hope so far. Marketing signs, door hangers are good. I just just hopped on. Yes, they are good. Um, Smaller you are, the smaller the hand that'll slap you for doing wrong. Yes. Thanks, Mike. So far as marketing, um, what's the best way to start? Watch from the beginning because I do a ton of marketing talk in this live. And May, you have your notifications on. Did I turn them on or did you turn them on? Because I can't believe that you did. But I am about to get off. Maddie, you got homework to do, I'm sure. So go do some homework. And let's see. That's it. I'm out. You guys have a great day. And we'll hop on again some other time.